Okay. Let me grab those new books to sort. If I'm quick, I can probably get it done before lunch. And if not, I could probably ask Sabrina to finish it up on the way. Oh, someone's here. Coming. Just give me a moment and I'll be right with you. Looks like Sabrina will have to finish it up then. Hi, welcome to the Whitebridge Library. We're the main library here in the city, serving over 5,000 people in the immediate region. My name is Lawrence. How may I help you today? Magic? Yes, we have an entire section dedicated to magic. But is there a specific category or research interest that you're interested in? Oh, I'm sorry. Is this your first time in a library like ours? Are you from out of the kingdom by chance? Okay, not a problem at all. Let me just give you a bit of a rundown on what our library holds and what services we offer. Our main service is, of course, aiding the public in acquiring copies of reputable sources of information, whether that be about skilled trades, hobbies, government, economics, maths, sciences, magic, and more. In addition to this, we do our best to act as a sort of cultural hub for the populace. As such, we bring in volunteers to teach art classes, host game nights, and we even offer tutoring services when demand is high enough. Furthermore, thanks to the distinguished nature, overall grandeur, and pristine architecture of our library, we do also tend to be involved with the occasional noble and celebrity event. With this in mind, I ask you please be careful and mindful while here in the library. Now, if you find a book you particularly like and would want to borrow, we'll have to establish a library account for you. This is essential, as it will allow us to manage your book loans whilst acquiring any owed dues or fees that may be incurred. Since you asked about magic, let's start off there. First, may I ask your magic level and your general aptitudes? That way I can help you find a selection of books that may be best suited for you. You don't know what your magical level or aptitudes are? Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to come off ill-mannered. It was just, since you were asking about magic, I'd incorrectly presumed you may have some familiarity with it. Would it be safe to say you're a complete beginner then? Okay, we can work with that just fine. So let me just tell you the general categories of magic books we have here. Our most popular are domestic applications of magic and work-based applications of magic. However, we do have a few books on elemental magic, conjuring magic, light and dark magic, void magic, and more. To be upfront, most of our books are for domestic and work-based applications of magic, whilst we only have a few short books on the other topics I mentioned. Yes, well, we are the main library here in the city, but magic books are rather hard to produce and acquire. Compared to other libraries, we are fortunate to have the selection that we do. But for a greater selection, you would need to seek out shops or private entities or even the Imperial Palace itself, if you have the clearance, of course. Yes, of course. Not many people would have such privileges. But anyway, I like to think that we have plenty of good pickings for the everyday individual and curious scholar, here at Whitebridge Library at least. You'd like to take a look at a very beginner-friendly book for work use? Great. Then let's head over to the other side of the library, and I can show you what we have. So, what brings you to our city? Oh, you're an adventurer? There are plenty of those around these parts, especially with the increasing frequency of monster attacks. Yes, as of late there have been an increasing number of monsters appearing in the mountains and making their way towards our city walls. So far our forces have been holding up, but we have a decree in place that institutes a curfew just to ensure our safety in case something happens. I can't deny it has me a bit worried. I mean, I'm no adventurer myself, but I like to think I could handle a few of those monsters if it ever came to it. But I'm sure it wouldn't come to such a point. Well, not to toot my own horn, but I've had the pleasure of teaching some of our magic knights, young and old. So rest assured I am well versed in the world of magics. Anyways, here we are. And since you mentioned adventuring, let me introduce you to Volume 1 of Magic in the Wild. Written by the renowned adventurer and scholar Courtney Tellian, this book does a superb job at breaking down the complexities of magic into something understandable by your average Joe. Here, take the book and skim its table of contents. Look specifically at the spells it includes and see if any of their names may tickle your fancy. If they do, then I'd be more than happy to loan you the book. Why, yes, we have to set up an account for you. It's a quick and easy process with a modest fee of 2 silver. Each loan you take will require an additional amount to be put down as a security deposit of sorts, which will be returned upon retrieval of the book in good condition. Wait, I'm sorry, you don't have any money? I see. That's why you're wanting to learn magic. So you could take on some job requests. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like a perfectly logical plan. Unfortunately, I cannot lend you that book without opening an account and paying the proper fees. I am truly, terribly sorry. But I can permit you to read over the book while you're in the premises of the library and within my supervision. Only because you may find yourself wanting to practice the magic as you learn, which may pose a safety risk without some supervision. Oh, well, no, I don't mean as in I'll be tutoring you. Though we do offer some occasional free tutoring services here at the library by volunteers, but those aren't truly free as they require you to gather or purchase the necessary spell components. Plus, it tends not to happen very often. Yes, I am sorry about that. But how about this? You seem like quite the up-and-coming adventurer, and I would truly like to see you succeed, so we have another talented individual capable of holding off these evil forces beyond our gates. So, if you'd like, I could offer you short lessons during my lunch break. Of course, we couldn't do anything dangerous within the premises of the library, and you would still have to provide any spell components necessary, but this way you could improve and earn the money needed to institute an account, loan our books, and acquire more of our services, including paid tutoring by yours truly. Does that sound appealing to you? Wonderful. Then in about an hour's time, it'll be lunch, and we can start lessons. First, could you hand me the book real quick? Okay. For our first lesson, let's cover a basic light spell. This can provide you some temporary light for when you're out and about, so long as you supply it magic and anything ignitable. No. Don't worry at all. It won't be a fire hazard. The light is harmless, but it will consume whatever fuel you provide it. Typically, the better the fuel, the brighter the light will be. Yes, it is quite the handy spell, one I'm sure will serve you very well in your journeys. But if you truly want to learn it, then you've got the next hour to acquire some ethically sourced training material. No. I'm not implying that you would be mischievous in how you acquire the components for the spell. I simply mean to specify that you may need to run out into the outskirts of the nearby forest to acquire some material, rather than, say, plucking the branches off the library's rose bushes. As there was an individual who fancied themselves to be a genius in doing so. Anywho, it would be best if you hurried along so that you make it back in time. That way we wouldn't miss a minute of the time we have together. Great, well, good luck, adventurer, and I'll see you soon.